Herzlich willkommen to eines neues video in which we're going to discuss my crypto portfolio. And as you might know, I've got an own platform, which is 8 Global. And within that platform, I'm sharing my entire strategy with the swing trading portfolio, which I cover. I share there all the coins that I have. I share all the trades that I do. I share the strategy and analysis why I'm doing what I'm doing. And within this video, we're going to cover a few of those things to give you a little insight in what we're doing in the actual platform, which we'll be covering even more in the coming months, given the fact that I think that you should be knowing what we're actually trying to achieve with 8 Global. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, and check out my Twitter and Instagram where you can find daily content on the markets. It's about investing and macroeconomics as well. All shared on Twitter and Instagram as well outside of my YouTube channel. So when we're looking at my crypto portfolio, you might know that I've been sharing earlier which coins I find interesting to look at. And despite the fact that most of the markets were ultra bearish at this stage, I was actually seeking for entries in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I've been buying heavily in the actual range of Bitcoin between 38 to 42, and I've actually been buying Ether all the way towards 3k. I've had lower bids which were not filled, but at least I've been buying heavily, and I've also been buying Curve heavily, given the fact that you would be looking at runners that you want to trade, because those are the ones that are actually going to accelerate even more in the coming year. This means that I've been de-risking at some point, which I've been doing in the range of 58 to 60k. I've been looking to de-risk my positions in that period, as if you might recall, I've been bearish from that breakout to 69k, given the fact that I was not expecting a parabolic run to be happening, and I found the actual breakout to be relatively weak in that period, and I've been waiting for it. I've been buying higher in the ranges already. I've been covering Curve, and I've been covering Atom, and I've been covering Chainlink in my portfolio for this year as well. All of them have been showing massive strength, and I think that this year will be the year of DeFi, will be the year of oracles, and will be the year in which Atom and also Polkadot will be doing relatively well, as those are the platforms that have not been covering too much yet. So I've been buying heavily, and I've been looking at Curve massively as well. So why have I been buying those entries, or why have I been looking at entries with Bitcoin, Ethereum and Curve? That's what we're going to discuss with the chart. So let's move towards the charts. So why have I been buying Bitcoin at this stage? Well, to be honest, if the sentiment is like a funeral, and if people are looking for even lower levels to actually buy their assets from, and if we are having a higher time frame correction, which is approximately 40%, and if we are looking at a higher time frame support zone, as a matter of fact, we have been looking at this entire range at 40.7, and we are actually looking at the entire range that we are having here as the crucial breaker to hold. Those are all arguments for me to actually start buying. So in that perspective, in this range, I've been de-risking my positions in the markets, given the fact that I didn't really find myself comfortable by having or exposing myself to a certain risk, given the fact that this breakout was too weak. And in this case, I've been buying already at 46, but I've also been buying heavily in this range between 38 to 42k. 42 was hit all the way towards 39.7, so a few orders have not been hit, but at least I've been trying to fill myself, given the fact that we are in that higher time frame support, and given the fact that we are looking at longs on higher time frame support levels rather than looking at longs at resistances, because that is the worst point to actually look for risk reward ratios, and you'd rather want to long at lower levels to dive into that risk reward ratio topic. So I've been looking for longs at Bitcoin in that range. I've also been looking at longs for Ethereum in that range, in which we have been getting filled in the range between 3150 to 3050, and I had my bids placed here, which didn't fill, unfortunately. So mediocre buying at that point, but at least I have been able to buy at the lows of the range instead of FOMOing at 4.5k. And that's the target that we have in the platform, is to make the right decisions for your portfolio, make the right decisions for my portfolio under the circumstances that we have in the markets, which means that we're trying to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum and to maximize our ROI by, well, swinging the trades through the moves of the markets or the waves of the markets. And that's the ultimate goal. You can actually just copy me there. And that is, I think, one of the fairest ways to actually show what we're doing in the markets instead of trying to pump and dump on our followers, as some of the influencers are doing that. So that's what we're doing in the platform. We want to become a platform where you can find everything when it comes to trading and investing in crypto. And one of those assets that you should be looking at is the portfolio that you can copy trade. As in the end, people are looking for an ROI in crypto, and people are seeking for a sustainable ROI and mindset in the markets. And that's what we're trying to do. So in this case, Ethereum, we have been getting filled. I'm personally looking to de-risk when we get into these ranges. It's a tricky one, but if Ethereum gets into this range, I would not assume that all of a sudden we're going to break through this. I think that we're going to have a retest taking place, or at least some sideways action in this range. As you might recall from yesterday, we have been discussing crucial levels on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And for Bitcoin, it is 46k crucial resistance, 40k crucial support. With Ethereum, it is crucial resistance 3.6k, crucial support at 2.9. And if it breaks 3.6, you can just buy a retest. But at this stage, if I've been buying lower, I definitely want to de-risk myself or take TP when we get to 3.6k, as then I've been making a beautiful ROI. Final thing that I want to discuss is Curve, which currently is one of the strongest runners. Finally, they have adjusted their entire protocol, became deflationary instead of inflationary, have been making higher lows, have been making higher highs, have been making higher lows as well. And as a result, we have actually been seeing a beautiful bounce here too, given the fact that we have been bouncing from this entire region. I've been looking to actually buy this significantly, given the fact that the moment that Bitcoin and Ethereum start to move quite well, these are going to follow suit or have the heaviest bounces. An asset that I'm looking at as well is Atom, which has been bouncing pretty significantly too, and is in our portfolio, looking for a big breakout to be taking place, given the fact that we are fighting the resistance once again. If you want to follow my entire strategy, check out the website in the description beneath. We're going to cover this way more. We're going to give some more insight in the group so that you know what you're signing up for. Do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, and I'll be back tomorrow with fresh new updates and the live stream at 7 p.m. Central European Time.